This is an FOU Studios podcast.
Are we getting levels? Are we recording? Hey ho, hey ho.
It's there.
It looks low, but I'll fix it in post.
Okay, good. Because I can't.
I'll help you.
Yeah.
Big Brother superfans, this is BB on the Slop. I'm Chrissy Cookie Pant, and with me, as always, my ride or die, Miss Linda Tex.
Hey, Chrissy.
Hey, Linda.
Oh gosh, it's kind of late for us tonight.
It is.
It's almost time for the Wednesday night episode,
Yeah, we're like 30 minutes from the Wednesday night episode airing.
but that's all right.
Sorry we didn't get you the Slop before then.
Yeah.
We had a busy Labor Day weekend.
If you love Big Brother, you don't care when the slop comes in, right?
Exactly. You
Slop today, slop tomorrow.
slop every day. I love it.
Yeah, Labor Day weekend. We had wonderful Labor Day weekends. Very
Yeah, we
busy,
did.
so that's why we're meeting up here in the middle of the week.
We are.
So let's get into it then.
I
We
love
might
it.
as well just get right into
Just
it.
dive into it.
So we had the Battle Back competition last Thursday.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Basically built for Fessy to win and taking a book out of Caitlin's book. Taking a page out of Caitlin's book.
Yeah. But my favorite one, Scotty is my favorite. I
know,
love
you
Scotty.
love Scotty.
And I hope he wins America's Favorite Player. I don't know if he will, but maybe there's a possibility. I love it. Usually it's not, I don't know, who usually wins it? Like someone who gets further along in the game, you think?
Somebody that usually gets further along in the game
Yeah.
and is a jokester, and unless it's
Yeah.
Cody. Because
Right.
Jessica was campaigning for him
Yeah.
outside of the house.
Yes.
Get it, Jessica.
But Scotty wins, and this is great. I thought it was going to be a great thing because
Yeah.
now at least Haley has somebody. Maybe the hive can, I don't know, somehow grow a little bit more in the. I don't know,
Right.
And but anyway, the HOH competition happens,
Totally.
and you know who wins.
Tyler. Second HOH win for Tyler. Congratulations. However,
We don't think you should have
we
won.
don't think you should have won.
And I was wondering that, and I was texting you about
were?
this, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, because you're the historian.
Yeah.
What is so for this like pie in the sky comp?
Mm-hmm.
What are usually the rules? And so there's been this whole. I mean, at least Monday, I woke up
Right.
and on Twitter there was like crazy conversations happening about this. So for you, what is your take on this, and how do you feel about this whole thing?
My whole thing about it is the rules are you're not
Yeah.
allowed to sit on it because
Right, you
then
have this
you're just
disc.
sitting
Yeah.
spinning around like you're
Right.
in an amusement park.
Okay.
Get it. You're allowed to squat in this one. They've now taken away squatting from the wall because they learned that makes everybody win.
Right.
To me, I think if your feet come off of it, I think you have to have one foot on it at all times. And I believe that that's been a rule before in the past. And Tyler, from what I have seen, climbs up the rope basically.
Yeah. So he's hanging.
And my thing is, you told me about it being on the live. I remember I went to bed 5 minutes before they started that competition. I was like, I can't stay up anymore.
It was late. It was like 1 a.m. or something.
Yeah, I was
Eastern
like,
time.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I have to go to bed. And I missed the start of it by like 7 minutes or something like that. And in the end, I saw then on Twitter that the live feeders, we all saw that he basically climbed up the rope because he was falling off of it, and he steadied himself and he fixed his feet. Go back and watch it. It's on Twitter.
Right.
It's everywhere.
And there's a picture of him with his feet off.
Right.
I mean,
And to me, okay, if that's the case, fine. They let it play through then. But why didn't they then show that dramatic of a moment on the CBS show?
right.
Like, why? And he admitted to it. He was like, oh, yeah, no, my feet totally came off of that thing.
Yeah.
Later on in the house, like in the HOH
Oh,
room.
yeah. With Angela and JC. And JC even said you're supposed to.
Your feet were supposed to stay on
Yeah,
the...
we're supposed to stay on there. No, they said, yeah, you have to have your feet on there. And he's like, oh, I didn't have
He's like,
my
my
feet on
feet,
there.
my feet, whenever I started to fall.
And I think even Angela kind of said something like, oh, I was glad, I was hoping they wouldn't notice or something to that effect.
How could you not have noticed that?
Right.
He was like Tarzan on that
Yeah.
rope with his feet dangling.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And then, who knows if that'll ever be cleared up. I think it's too late now.
It's too late. Yeah, they can't go back. And I mean, obviously, Angela was dubbed over when she was explaining the rules. It was a very
CBS.
clear dub over of Angela.
Airing.
So,
but Haley was she was so strong through that.
I think it's funny because I think if it was anybody else in the final of that competition with him, I really don't think any of us would have cared. And I'm not saying I'm this like diehard Haley fan, but it
meant something.
It meant something this time around. Like if it was him and Casey, whatever, you know what I mean? But clearly, Haley needed to win this.
And the other thing is that Casey and Scotty dropped off of the rope, I think, thinking that their feet had come off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, Tyler's the golden child.
He is the golden child.
We don't know.
Which, I mean, proof, though, that, like, he had 8 weeks of safety. Yeah. Let's be honest. He had his 8 weeks of safety, even if that was rigged in his favor. It doesn't matter. He actually didn't need it at any given point.
No. And and going back to OTEV, somewhere on Twitter, someone said, I don't know, I read it somewhere now, I wish I wrote it down, but they said, if you kneel down on your post, your answer is final or you're solidified. That's what I read somewhere in the past, but I don't know. But there were still people searching at that time. Like Haley was still searching.
Haley was still searching. That's why that didn't matter.
Right.
Because Haley was still looking for him for it. I think if he would have came up and he would have kneeled down and it was like between him and Rockstar and Haley wasn't looking anymore. Right. Or however that works out. I can get that. But yeah. Because you still have time, It's the last 2 people on that post at that time. Yeah. But,
So I mean, Tyler, and, Haley didn't even think to make a deal with him while she was standing on that thing. I mean, not at all. I mean, it wouldn't have worked. Even the week before when JC approached him about, other people being threats, he's like, there's no one I'm not going to put up it's going to be Haley. Right. She's the only one that came after me. And it's like some of these players have such grudges about being up on the block, but everybody's been on the damn block at some point except JC.
Except for JC. Exactly.
Everyone has been there. So it's like to say, oh, you put me up like once upon a time.
100 years ago. Oh, yeah.
She's the only one coming after. It's like, it's so frustrating with that because the game constantly changes, right?
Right. It's an ebb and it's a flow, but like this not making a deal when it was the 2 of them, it always bothers me when it's an endurance comp like that. I like whenever they make a deal and they'll say, I'm not going to put you up because you've been hanging here the longest with me. And I guess, Tyler knew that Scotty was his target. As soon as Scotty walked back in the house, Scotty had to win HOH or Scotty has to win the veto in order to stay in the house. Yeah. And neither of those went in his favor because next Slop, power of veto. I'm going to get that trademarked, that song. Yeah. Power of veto. Which you are probably all watching right now.
And we're going to have to watch, a little bit later. We'll be late to it, but that's
exactly.
all right. So the veto competition, I'm not 100% sure what that competition is.
Yeah, I didn't really get any heads up about
but Casey wins.
Casey wins. Finally, that's 2 back-to-back vetoes. Yeah. Oh, look, a professional football player's in the house.
But I think she's becoming a very likable person. I mean, she may be America's favorite player if she gets to the very end or close to the end. Well, it is close to the end.
The episode from Sunday of her talking about her coming out story.
Yeah, that was
her
wonderful.
Mom.
Yeah,
beautiful. Yeah, wonderful. You know, I really enjoy her.
She is sweet.
I think she's sweet.
And her and Haley have been bonding a little bit. But
yeah, you can't see. I don't see Casey as being. Angela's got the mean girl covered for her.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Casey is definitely loyal.
Yeah.
To
she might hit a point of being loyal to a fault, but we haven't seen it yet from her.
No. Yeah, so she keeps the nominations the same.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise.
Well, because Tyler puts Shocker, Scotty, and Haley up on the block. Tells Scotty that he's not the target, he's the pawn. Puts Haley into a downward spiral. Ugh. They have no plans of getting rid of Haley tomorrow. Haley's not going anywhere.
No.
Scotty's walking back out the door again. Scotty will
I
come
love
back.
Scotty. Maybe someday.
They're going to do an all-star season soon. They'll bring Scotty back. He needed a better alliance.
Yeah, but now he thinks he's pretty safe, I think.
Oh, yeah. He thinks that Haley's walking out the door.
Right. But he's also telling everybody about the jury house and how like the rock star and all of them are going to vote together. And, so there's a lot of that. And
which at the end of the day, if you look at it, outside of Scotty, that's 3 votes in the jury
yeah, I mean,
house
it's really, I know.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And what I love, this is my new favorite thing, even though Brett has I'm going to say, Brett has pissed us off in the last 24 hours, Linda and I. But I still, Brett, I do love the idea of Brett is still such a good infiltrator onto the other side, even with like, even just JC and just normal conversation of talking game with everybody. And then he like reports back. It's like, dun, 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 dun. It's like, Brett's report of the day. What did he learn today? And Scotty was like running through all of the backstabbing that the jury house was talking about. And Brett was like, whoa, that's so fascinating. And then he was up in the HOH and he was like, dude, I already knew all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brett is, I don't know. If he gets to the end, it's going to be hard for him to...
Yeah, I think
get the jury management was he hasn't been good at jury management.
I think the thing with Brett is if he wants to get to the end, he's going to have to win his way to the end.
Yeah,
because they're not going to take him to the end, or they will take him to the end if he is able to keep casually saying, "Oh my God, the jury house hates me. Oh, jury hates me. Oh, jury hates me." If you say that enough, people will start taking you to the end. Right. Which is what...
That's a really good point.
Right. To not speak of the unspeakable season 19. But that's what Paul thought he was doing. Right. He thought he was bringing Josh to the end because everybody hated Josh. Absolutely not.
No. Right.
They hated you.
Well, why didn't Brett approach Tyler about a final 2 earlier? I think, now he's with Tyler's making final 2 promises. Well, he's made it to almost everybody except he said Angela, but there's nothing to worry about with Angela. But why didn't Brett come to him sooner? I don't know. I mean, I know he was close with Winston.
Yeah. Because I don't know.
That's
I think Brett was naive enough to think that nobody in the final 4 of level 6 has a final 2 with each other outside of maybe Casey and Angela.
Yeah, and I think they do.
They kind of do. It's really, really in the end, it's Casey and Tyler.
You think so?
Yeah. Like, I think Tyler's serious when he says that Casey's his final.
Okay.
But if Sam keeps ticking people off like she is, I don't know. They're going to get rid of Sam.
Yeah.
So we should talk about next week.
Okay.
Because Scotty's going home tomorrow. Sorry. Spoiler. Slop.
Bye, Scotty.
Bye, Scotty. Have fun.
So cute.
So this upcoming Thursday is HOH, obviously.
Okay.
Next week, they have said it's a double.
Okay.
So that gives us 7 left in the house after tomorrow.
Okay.
And Linda, who are the 7?
Casey, Angela, Brett, Tyler, Haley, Sam, JC.
It's stunning.
Whoever
would have thought?
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a good final.
It is.
It is. I'm not mad at it.
No. It's strong. It's a strong group. I mean, I didn't think JC would last as far as he has.
I didn't think he was going to last past week 3.
No.
Yeah. But I didn't think Josh was going to be last. I hate that I'm talking about season 19 right now.
I know. No, I thought once he started, smacking pants together, I thought he was going to be done.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. There's a couple, and so what I think, this upcoming HOH on Thursday, because we've had so much endurance, will probably be a quick one.
They haven't done the memory one, right?
They'll have to do the memory with days, and I would put my money on that going to Brett, because Brett knows those days better than anybody else. And he also is probably, out of all those people on that list, the smartest one left. So Brett, I think it'll be a toss up between Brett and JC. This might be JC's first HOH, but I think Brett's going to win it. But this is not the HOH to win. You do not win this HOH. This is not the HOH to win unless you're Sam or unless you're Haley, because next week is a double.
Yeah.
And so it makes you completely just out there floating for when the HOH happens for the double. And so you want to win that double HOH.
Yeah.
Because it happens so fast, obviously.
So this week, oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. This week's HOH is a regular.
It's a standard week. It's a standard week. So we will knock down to 6 in the first 30 minutes next week of the live show.
The live show, got it.
Well,
then it's a fast turnaround.
Then we do immediate double.
Yeah.
So we do an immediate turnaround. So that's why you don't want to win this HOH. You want to win next HOH.
Got it. Right.
Or you want one of your allies. You want to do your flip-flop back and forth. And then the question is, who's going to go home on the double? Are they waiting to cut Sam at the double? Mm-hmm. In my personal opinion, if Brett, I think it depends on who wins this Thursday HOH. If Haley or JC win it, it's going to be kind of a free-for-all. It'll be sitting ducks. But I think if Brett doesn't win the HOH for the double, I think Brett is going to be in serious trouble.
Yeah.
I think Brett's going to be in
so
serious trouble.
So he needs to win next week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He has to.
And if this week, if someone, I don't know, if JC wins this week and he wants to go after Angela.
Right. He's going to go after, if JC wins, he's definitely going after Angela and Casey. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
And so what he doesn't know then is JC, my prediction would be JC throws up Casey and Sam.
And then tries to backdoor
Angela. He's going to maybe try to backdoor one of them because he's an idiot. I keep them both up there. Whoever wins, and then you go from there. But yeah, it's going to be a crazy week.
And so Haley and Sam just don't like each other. That was
my God,
that's another thing. Well, Sam this is what they showed on the episode last week, that Sam was just cheering on Tyler, and not but it's like you don't know what I didn't watch the whole HOH competition, so I don't know 100% if that was.
But I think Haley was right when she said she wasn't cheering for Tyler.
It was
she was cheering against me.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like what Sam doesn't realize is Haley never would have gone after Sam.
No.
They almost see Sam as like the indentured servant in the house. It's like they keep forgetting that Sam's playing.
I know.
That's why really the best game move is if in a double is you cut Sam at the double.
Yeah.
You send her. But what that does now is that gives us our final 5.
Okay.
At the end of next Thursday, we'll have final 5. They immediately go into HOH. The following week, we'll get our final 4. And then it's a fast track week.
Right.
And it's boom, boom, boom. We're almost there.
It's exciting.
It's super exciting.
So do you still think, I don't know. Who do you think is going to make it to the end? Who do you think? What are you, out of the final two, who do you think?
My final 2?
Yeah.
It's going to be Angela and Tyler.
I thought that too, like a couple weeks ago.
It's going to be Angela will win that final HOH, and she'll take Tyler with her to the final 2.
Oh, God. It's funny because Angela and Brett were talking today. I guess this happened today. Mm-hmm. How she doesn't think she's like, you can't worry about jury management, to win this. You can't worry about it.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean,
at this point, that's 80% of the game you're trying to play. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That's what she said to Brett. I don't know the whole context of it, but I know they were talking about that. Like how, it doesn't, you can't worry about it.
Right.
Just
exactly.
worry about winning, but that's part of winning.
This is the new thing though, that I'm worried about for Tyler is Tyler has to start telling people what he's done. Because if he gets to the final 2, he only has 2 minutes to tell them everything that he's done. The only thing he still has in his back pocket is that he won the Power app and he didn't even have to use it. And so that is a bonus to all of it. Maybe going into the final, I think his key is he can't win those HOHs coming up because he can't show and start breaking those final 2s unless he's doing really good house guest math. He, he has to hope that they're not starting to exchange stories.
It's gonna come to that.
It will. But yeah, unless they get into the jury house and then they start exchanging stories, which they usually do.
Yeah.
But he has to start being like, go on and tell my tale.
Yeah.
Tell my tale of my time in the Big Brother house. So that, because otherwise he just looks like he's just having a fun summer.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Who are your final two?
I would love to see, this is who I'd like to see.
Okay.
I think you're right with Angela and Tyler. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
I would love to see Casey.
Yeah.
And Haley, I think I would like to see a Falte member make it. But I don't know.
They start breaking soon. I mean, who knows? Haley could make it all the way through the double.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
So
man.
that's it. I guess that's it. Is that it for?
I think that's her slot.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
It's just so much right now.
We're going to try to make sure it doesn't happen like this long again, guys. We're so sorry. It's official. The CBS show on the East Coast has started 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And we're so sorry.
Yeah. Well,
but we're going to come at you
doing
this
our
weekend.
best.
We're going to get you. We're going to get you guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That's it. That's the slot for the
All
day.
right. So we're ready. So let's get ready for the next final.
Oh my gosh.
Geez.
We probably have
Next
only
2 weeks. It's just a whirlwind.
We have like 2 or 3 more episodes coming at you guys.
That's it.
And this was Big Brother on the Slop.
Woohoo!
You can follow us on SoundCloud, YouTube,
Yes.
iTunes,
and on Twitter, Big Brother OTS. And we've been tweeting out, so please tweet at us.
Yes, we use
Who
that.
are your final two?
Who are your final two? We want to know.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you all so much for listening. If you want more Slop throughout the week, follow us on Twitter at Big Brother OTS.
And subscribe to us on iTunes and SoundCloud at Big Brother OTS. We are also on YouTube at FOU Studios. Be a have-not for once.
Without the cold showers.
BB on the Slop was recorded live at Face Off Unlimited headquarters in Astoria, Queens, and was hosted by Chrissie Kaler and Linda Tex. It was edited and produced by Chrissie Kaler. The social media engineer is Linda Tex. The logo was designed by Jason Michael Miller. Executive producers are Joe Tex, Jay Painter, and Eric Robinson. FOU Studios is a property of Face Off Unlimited, LLC. I'm Peter Hargarden, the senior producer of podcasts here, and on behalf of everyone who worked on the show, we'd like to thank you, the listener, for tuning in. Subscribe to catch all of our other podcasts here on the FOU Studios Podcast Network. To follow all of the Big Brother updates, follow them at Big Brother OTS on Twitter. To learn more about FOU, connect with us via social media at FOU Studios and visit us at FOUstudios.com.